everybody, it's Allison here, and today's the big day. We're going to start planting our Dollar Tree garden. So, got a bunch of supplies and seeds from Dollar Tree, and we're going to start planting the things that can go out right now. Poor chickens, they're freaking out. So it is a beautiful, warm, early spring day. It's a lot quieter right now. My goats were running around being super loud there for a minute, but so now we can film. So this is a gardening channel. This is Common Ground Gardens. We live in the city, so this is an urban homestead. I live on just under 1/3 of an acre. We have chickens and goats, and I have 12 huge raised beds. 4 of them are 5 by 10 and the other ones are 4 by 10. And I want to encourage everyone to garden, grow a little bit of your own food. You certainly don't need a setup like this, but I also want to help you do it inexpensively. And getting seeds, for instance, from the Dollar Tree. So these guys were 4 for $1, so 25 cents a packet. Let's see how much food we can get out of that. I think it's going to be a lot. So I have some things that I'm going to start from seed, and then earlier in the year, you can check back through my videos, and I started a few things inside. This is kale and chives. I've got broccoli and cauliflower, yes, chard. And then I did try and start like basil and dill. It's not looking too good, so I'm probably going to reseed those too. But they all came out just fine. I've got peppers inside waiting. If they look scraggly or whatever to you, that's because I'm not good at starting things from seed. This is the first year I've really gone all out, so we'll get better. All right, let me show you what we got. So here is my raised bed. This is actually just salvaged material that we found, and it is full of compost and good dirt. It's been here for like 7 years, 6-7 years, so it's been built up quite a bit, but we top dressed it with compost. We have a really good city program here that you can go, and they recycle everybody's like leaves and sticks and everything, and then they sell it back. They compost it for you over the winter and sell it back to us. It's like honestly $3 a cubic yard, which is like a dump pickup truck full. So you might want to check into that. A lot of cities have like compost programs, so it might not be quite as inexpensive as that, but it's a fantastic resource. And then I already have my soaker hoses down, as you can see. You don't have to use soaker hoses. It's just something I do to make gardening a lot more easy on me. Sorry, wind's blowing. So it's really dry here, and I can just, even on days I don't feel good, I can go out, turn on the water, and everything gets watered. So I have soaker hoses in place, and then these sticks and stuff are just for me to visualize where to put things. I have my little chart because some plants are going to go in after this initial planting, so I just wanted to make room for everybody. Not quite as many seeds came up as I wanted, so this is actually going to be a lot easier on me. So today, it's early spring. We can put out the broccoli, cauliflower, kale, chard. We can plant carrots, lettuce, turnips, and beets, because it still might actually snow here. Even though it was a fantastic day today and it's almost 70, we still might get a freeze or two. So I'm just being cautious. These are crops that can tolerate a little bit of cold weather. And then we'll put like our peppers and squash out later when there's no chance of a frost anymore. So let's get started. All right, so look at my chart. I have the chard over here and the kale, and I forgot to give chives a place, so I'll just put those in the ground. gonna pop them out, plant them in. So this is all Swiss chard. See how much of this we've got. Big, two kales, and I planted two, so that's good. This one's pretty big. Press them in. Over here in the back, it'll be a little bit more shady in the summer. So I'm going to put the broccoli and the cauliflower back here. And they're great big plants, so I'm going to give them lots of space. About a foot apart. So I put in some Paris Island lettuce and iceberg. And I just sprinkle them real close to the hoses. As I was filming, my husband was like, hey, come inside. These are our two Jersey giants we're raising. They're still inside. They're not out with everybody else, but
She's sad. She can't get out.
It's only this
Jersey
one.
gets out all the time.
Yeah.
She was out, so I picked her up, and she's just like, okay.
As usual,
I'll
they're
chill up
chicken.
here. Yeah.
You cutie. Okay. Here are 2 radishes. These will come up real fast. 3-4 weeks. Get those in, and then so first we'll do radishes, and then I'll plant something else here. Probably like yellow squash. Once the radishes are done. These are a little bit easier to deal with. Those lettuce seeds were tiny. So, sprinkling them in. Lightly covering them. So veggies like 2 things a lot. They like fluffy soil, and they like to be heavily watered in the roots and not the leaves. So that's why soaker hoses are so awesome. But even if you're watering with a hose, try and go ahead and get the dirt instead of just spraying on top of like a tomato plant. It's better to water veggies, you know, real heavily and deeply twice a week than it would be to go out every day and just sprinkle them. Another thing you could do if you didn't have any space is you could totally do pots. Like carrots will do great in a pot, radish, lettuce. As long as you keep it watered, keep your eye on it, there's a lot of stuff that will be just happy in a pot, no problem. So carrots are a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow the carrots. These are Denver's half long, and these are Scarlet Nancy's. This is the carrot you buy at the store. And then I'm going to cover the soil for about 7 days, and I'm going to start checking and see if they germinate. And as soon as they germinate, I'll pull off the board. But it's really interesting. It's how carrots like to grow. All right, so we got a lot planted today, and I was really impressed with the amount of seed that's in the packages, considering this was 25 cents. So I have a ton of turnips left over. They're not my favorite, so I didn't plant too many. But in the carrot packages, there was a lot of seed. I ended up saving some, so I'll be able to make a second sowing of that. And the radishes had a ton, so I only did 1 package, and I'll do the second package in like 2 weeks so we can get more radish coming. Oh, the cilantro and the beets had a ton, so I'm really impressed. And you know, a lot of these are heirloom seeds. In fact, most of the ones that I got are in fact heirloom seeds. I would say maybe they're not quite the best quality compared to, I usually buy my heirloom seeds from like Baker Creek and Territorial, so they're pretty fantastic, but for the price, I'm very happy. So today we planted radish, lettuce, carrot, beet, turnip, cilantro, dill, chard, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, and chives. That's crazy. That was amazing. I don't think I spent more than $6. And then when the soil warms up more, we'll put out our peppers. I have cayenne and bell peppers. And then there's a butternut squash and a yellow squash. And I have 2 or 3 types of green beans. So it's awesome. This is so cool. I'm really excited. I hope you guys keep watching. We'll do updates on the garden, on the Dollar Tree garden. And then I hope you subscribe to my channel for gardening tips. I'm all about helping you guys grow your own veggies. I think everyone should have a couple chickens to get protein out of the backyard. But we've got all kinds of stuff going on in the garden this year, and you might as well come along for the ride. So, happy gardening, you guys. Go down to your Dollar Tree and see if they have any seeds left. If they don't, just get some somewhere else, and let's get some stuff in the ground. Maybe plant enough for you, a little bit to share with your neighbors and your family. And happy gardening. And remember, life's a garden. Dig it.